Hi, Laurel here. How are you today? I hope you're having a great day. If you're in New England, then you know it's kind of chilly and rainy, and it is Memorial Day weekend. So one of the things that most of us look forward to is being outside and grilling and stuff. So um, what I did was the other day is I started marinating some beef to make beef kebabs. Well, it's too cold and rainy, and I'm not doing that. So I switched the menu up, and for this rainy weekend, I'm going to be making beef and broccoli in my pressure cooker because I'm not going to waste it, right? So here's the pressure cooker, and I'm going to be able to do this in I'd say like 15-20 minutes. I'm going to cook the beef, let the pressure come down, add the broccoli for about another 5 minutes, and then I'll be good to go. And then when I'm ready to eat it, I'll just serve it over rice or just in a bowl. I'm not really sure. Probably rice because, why not? And, you know, I just wanted to show off how quickly I can pivot the menu and have a nice healthy dinner and just minutes. So here's the pressure cooker, and this is really all you need. All it is. It's the base. Of course, it's got its insulation properties, as well as the silicone ring to insulate it to keep the seal. It's got the top, and then the pressure valve. So this is it. You don't have a big pot that needs to get plugged into the power. And then where are you going to store it with all the little attachments? You've already got your own big attachment, big appliance is the microwave. So these are pieces that adapt to it. So this is great. So you're not taking up a lot of space and figuring out where you're going to store it. This is the size of a little of a small pot, well, medium pot. Okay, so let's get back to business here. All right, so let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right, there you go. So like I said, I'd been marinating my cubed beef. All I did was I defrosted my beef stew meat, and then I just added the marinade sauce to it. I'm just going to put that into the base of the pressure cooker. So here we go. That over there. So that's the start of it. Now the recipe, if you follow the recipe, it gives you the seasoning sauce to go in there, but I cheated and I used pre-made teriyaki sauce. So I'm going to skip most of the ingredients here, and I'm just going to go right down to adding the brown sugar and a little bit of the beef stock, because the beef does need to be covered in liquid so you don't get scorching. So let's see. So the recipe calls for like 1.25 cups divided, which means that you're not going to use all of the liquid in here. You're going to use part of it. I only mixed up a cup. And then the other part becomes, part of the thickening sauce afterwards. So about 1 cup of beef stock goes into the pressure cooker. And it calls for 1/4 cup of brown sugar, but I know that there's a little bit of sugar in the pre-made sauce, so I just didn't fill my sauce my measuring cup all the way. And I'm just stirring that into the liquid. Okay. So now that the beef is covered, and you don't need a lot of liquid, just needs to get above the protein, the beef level. And then you just put this on. It's got a lot of safety features. It locks on. So now that's locked, and there's a locking handle there. So you can't accidentally open it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the microwave for 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to add the broccoli, because I've got I'm using fresh broccoli. Recipe calls for frozen. I don't have frozen. I like my fresh, so I'm going to put my fresh broccoli in there and let it cook to perfection. Okay, so I'll be back in just a few minutes, just about. Okay, so, all right, so I just had this in the microwave for, I did 20 minutes. Did I do 20 minutes? Yeah, I did 20 minutes. So 15 to 20 minutes because I wanted it nice and really tender. So I just wanted to show you, and then I waited for the pressure valve to release so I could open it for you. So I'm just going to pop the top. You always open the top away from you so then you don't get this hot steam at your face. You know, we like facials, not this way, not steaming hot. And here is my beautifully cooked tender beef. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull the beef out. We have a new scooper that's so much easier than this. I'm using the very old spaghetti scooper that I've had for, you know, like over 30 years. You know, it's the almost antique, but it still works. And my other scoop has not come in yet. So I can't wait to use that because, you know, it would just be so much easier. But this is doing the job. All right, so now all I gotta do is I'm just gonna set the beef aside for the moment. And I did make my cornstarch slurry. And I'm just gonna add that in there because that is going to thicken up the liquid so it's more of a sauce and not just a broth. So, you know, and I like to get it all in there. So just, you know, swish it around. There we go. Oh, you can't see. Just that. That's all I did. So I stirred that in. And now I'm going to take my broccoli that I keep in the fridge smart. I keep all of my fruits and veggies in the fridge smart because they last so much longer. And I don't throw food out because I hate throwing food out. So I'm just going to take my broccoli pieces, add that right to the liquid. Put that down under the liquid level. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in the microwave for probably, I'm going to set it for 10 minutes and then we're going to watch to see how quickly the pressure builds because it may only need 5 because the recipe called for frozen broccoli. This is fresh. I know fresh sometimes takes a little bit longer because sometimes it does. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll be right back. So, okay, so the broccoli was in, I put it in for 7 minutes because I couldn't decide 5 or 10. So I did the 7. And I think next time I'm definitely going to do with the 5. But it is perfectly cooked. That's Loki playing with his bone because, you know, he has to make his presence known too. So I let the pressure valve go down. So that means it's depressurized and safe to open. Okay, see, perfectly cooked broccoli. And now I am just going to stir my beef back in. It's got that nice thick sauce, which will thicken up a little bit more. So take my ladle. Here, I can show you. Look at that. Oop. Beef and broccoli, homemade, with your own ingredients, unless you cheated like me and used the jar for marinade. Just going to put it into my crystal wave until dinner time. I am going to serve it. See, look at that. Are you getting the full? Yeah, look at that. That is delicious. And the beef, I was nibbling on it, is so tender. Here, I just made it all hot again. Let me lift that up. It's delicious. Okay, so this is what I'm having for Memorial Weekend. Nobody's ruining my weekend with food. It's not kebabs. Who doesn't like beef and broccoli, right? Want the recipe, or you want me to cook something else? Let me know, message here, and I'd be happy to share a new recipe. And if there's a product that you want to practice and you want to cook together, I'd be happy to do that too. All right, so enjoy your weekend. Stay dry, stay warm, and let me know if you need anything. Okay, have a great day. Bye.